Thanks for joining me. During the course of this program, we will attempt to discover and uncover truths. I have a lot to say regarding this existence that we are born into. If in any way what I impart to you resonates within you, and it can assist in affecting positive changes or evolutions in your own life, then we'll have accomplished something together. My accomplishment will be one of sharing with strangers, that being perhaps you, at least to begin with. Your accomplishment perhaps will be listening to something or someone you haven't heard before, or not in a while, and staying with the program, as well as perhaps acting upon some of what is discussed here. What is our own personal truth? Can any of us really identify it? Do we know who we are? Are our thoughts our own, or are they just shadows of all the sensory input we absorb in the environment we live in? Who are we really? Why is this important in our lives? Why is self-discovery so very important, especially when it pertains to our own personal happiness? These are all questions. They are important questions. Many of us are feeling empty and helpless, as if we seemingly have no control over our lives. We look to things or possessions and purchases. We attempt to escape somehow through attempts at entertainment, obsessions, or compulsions. We consider our material possessions to be part of our family, as if they were children, upset when they're damaged or in disrepair, as if they were ill, when it is actually us. It is us that are ill, or ill at ease, or diseased. We are not well because we are not being true to ourselves. We don't even know who we are. Many of us don't know. We just know that something is missing, and it's something big. And no matter what we may do or seek or try, we still haven't found the answer. We haven't been able to really define what makes us happy. Why is happiness only defined by a special occasion or a large event that thrills us, or purchase of some sort? Why does it not exist throughout our lives, instead of just small parts of it, only on certain days? We center our happiness on or around holidays, summer vacations, weekend trips, special dates. Shouldn't our own individual happiness be with us as a constant? Isn't that what we all want? Is it something that's only available to us in our retirement years after a life of working hard, investing wisely for those years? We work and maybe save time for a time in our lives when much of our physical ability has waned or gone away. We work toward those retirement years, and along the way perhaps we miss the best years of our lives. We miss the now. We miss the now because we're thinking about what we lack or what we are missing or what we are thinking about tomorrow and where we should be or what we should be doing, but we do not even know what that thing is that we are missing or not doing. We're feeling lost and we're feeling empty. Everyone is. Most of us do not even know who we are. We haven't made that discovery. We don't know how to find ourselves. So we get lost in the lives of others. We get lost in the lives of people in the news, in film, or in television. We get lost in the business of others. We take up causes that are not our own. We focus on issues that are created, and we are manipulated in that process to act on these causes and issues that are not our own. Our only issue and our only cause is our own personal happiness, period. I'll say it again. Our only issue and our only cause is our own personal happiness and how to achieve it. That is the supreme purpose of this life. That purpose is us. We are our own purpose. We are what is important. You cannot even begin to think about saving your neighbor or your country or your planet. You cannot speak of these things without looking directly at yourself first. You can't blame politicians and pundits for your maladies, your own state of affairs. You will. Many of you will. Many of you are. It is all of their faults that your life is the way that it is or that people are suffering. It's their fault. People make their own choices in this life. We all do. They are responsible for themselves, and yes, often they require the help of others, perhaps even you. But before you even consider talking about the strife of others, or what is wrong with these people, or governments, or companies, or corporations, why don't you just deal with the real issue? The issue is you. What about you? What can you do now to increase the state of your own happiness? Your own happiness and joy, or lack of it, is your own personal truth. That is all that matters. By pointing fingers and laying blame on others, you are missing an opportunity to improve your own state of being right now, and you are avoiding. Do you even know what you really want? Would that really give you happiness? Who are you really? What makes you happy? We have a great deal of technology now, more so than ever before. Technology is good. It can be useful. It helps us to get our work done a lot quicker and more efficiently than before. It can also take us away from communion with one another. What is communion? It is discussion. It is love. It is having conversation with other human beings, holding, touching, and laughing together. When we are escaping into our technology and using it to pass the time, are we communicating with those around us? Often we are not. The advent of the computer, which many of us love and use, is bringing the screen and the box closer to our faces. Instead of being several feet away, the box is now in front of us. Again, not a bad box. It brings us information. We attempt to feed our soul with it, but yet the computer as well as the television remove us a bit from interpersonal relationships with other human beings. This program itself would not exist without computers, mine and yours, and it is bringing us together. But with regard to actual interpersonal relationships with others, it is not suitable for in-person actual communion, where you can see and feel and sense, in general, others around you. Often we discover more about ourselves by the company that we keep, those that we do commune with. We surround ourselves with those that reflect many of our beliefs. If we isolate ourselves, we surround ourselves with no one, and our experience in this existence becomes quite limited. We're actually here to commune with one another. Otherwise, we'd be on a planet of just one. Us and no one else, instead of the billions of possibilities of human interaction that do exist, possibilities for experience that only exist here on Earth. We have the option at all times of exploring new possibilities and making new self-discoveries simply by interacting with others and new people at that. We can change it up, so to speak, alter our experiences, our paths, simply by changing our routine and stepping out from behind the box, behind our front doors, into the world of the unknown in the process of self-discovery. But before we step into that world, into the sunshine of interactive communion with actual human beings, let us explore the intimate process of self-discovery and finding out who we are.